Good morning. You can see it's morning. I woke up and I went straight to my laptop to write down the dream that I had. I want to talk about, I want to talk about it a little bit. I'm cooking downstairs, so I have only like 2 minutes tops because I'm boiling some asparagus and butternut squash because I'm hungry, but it took me like a while to write this. I woke up an hour ago almost. It had Aaron and Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast, play sort of. Someone who looked sort of like humble, Lily Singh's humble, as my friend, and then a blondish girlfriend. I don't really have a girlfriend that's blondish. Like thin-haired blonde, up to here or something, and like wavy. I don't know. Anyways, we'll go with that. And him, and he was actually, I didn't watch this last night, but he was actually in a few seats back with the lady who played his, not his mom, but guidance or whatever in Alice in Wonder City. To have, it was so powerful, I wanted to write it down because to have, I dreamt about it 3 times because I sort of woke up from it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna dream about it again. To have a guy admit that you're a human person that deserves respect. We weren't together in the dream, but sort of slightly, like we sort of met and I did like him, and it wasn't that he didn't like me, but he was kind of very detached, or so it seemed on the outside. And like a lot of us do, we have many people that have hurt us, guys or girls. That's the thing, like to be valid, to not be brushed off like, oh, you're the crazy one, you're the whatever one, even though I wasn't even crazy, I wasn't even asking for a commitment really. But yet inside it felt like, why are you not validating how I feel towards you? That was powerful. I just wanted to say that, and how I can't shake that off. I really like him in my head, the him in my head. So I don't know how he is. I don't know if these lights are too yellow, or I don't know why you're yellow. So I don't feel like doing, it's pretty much noon. I don't feel like doing anything because this dream has been lingering with me since I woke up. I like this guy that's, I've said this before, oh my gosh, deja vu, but, and even that time I said it before, but I feel like this guy that I like is obviously in my head. I don't know Aaron personally, or even remotely. He's in the US, you can watch like celebrities on talk show hosts, on the hosts. You can watch them on talk shows, get somewhat of more of an idea of their real personality. I want to be real, so I am recording this moment of very sad weakness type thing. I'm not definitely proud of liking this guy. My friend, she doesn't understand how I can like a celebrity in this way, someone I never met. The same friend who doesn't understand, she's had guys from the past, or at least one guy, go back to her and say, you know, hey, I'm sorry for how I treated you. And of course that's what I've always wanted I just wanted that responsibility, and I did get it from my ex actually, with all the faults that had, like everything has faults. One thing that he did do was say he was sorry for hurting me, and it didn't really help because I was so guarded, kind of like in this movie or this scene that I wrote down, this dream that I had. I was so guarded for so long because of things that have happened that just made me passionately not want to be noticed by guys because I felt disgusted by that. There I was trusting blindly in this guy, I don't know how much younger than me, with like a convoluted past, really sort of attached to my life. I just trusted, and I knew that song, I knew you were trouble. You know, clearly the moment I said to my coworker, this is going to be trouble. This guy is trouble. Because I lit up when I saw him. And that now, and I think then, I knew that it was, maybe not so much then, but now I know that it was a lot of how I wanted to be. I wanted to let go, and I wanted to be happy, and I wanted to enjoy the moment, and I wanted to smile when I saw someone. It wasn't hard with him because he was good looking and nice and showed interest. Like, I never had a guy who came after work just to see me, and I've always wanted that. Like, I got a lot of things that I wanted in that few weeks. So of course it was difficult to accept the end of that, because outside of that, it's extremely lonely. It's not that I sulk about it. I don't. And I chose to not have people as much around because I was so lonely with the people that I had around. And so I consciously made the choice, no, I'm not going to go out with this group or that group, because that's just going to make me want to cry right there on the spot, because this is so pointless and dumb. I don't belong with these people. You know, I'm talking about circumstances where, you know, like I've talked about guys or meeting guys who hang around and they joke the same jokes or taste jokes, at least one or two flirt or comment badly and negatively and disgustingly about the waitresses, bordering sexual assault. Not, they don't touch them, but I think sometimes. I want to say that one time I did see one on someone's lap. I would be terrible at that job, because I'd be like, no, excuse me, no, just no. And then I would be scared for my life, because, you know, you also are taught that if you stand up to a guy, expect possible retaliation in the form of violence or rape or even worse after you get off work or something. So I'm happy that I'm not in that job. Put out there things that people might identify with. And I know other people identify with this. I'm sorry, I had someone tell me, well, if I've ignored, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you, I just needed to break away from social media. But I had someone tell me that I feel so bad seeing me cry. I'm sorry, I'm crying again. I should have had like a warning disclaimer, I'm going to cry, but I didn't really expect to be crying. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. I'm hoping that by talking about it, I'll let it out and it will go away and I can focus again, but it's not going to happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. It just goes away eventually as the day progresses and other things. The idea of editing or doing anything productive today, minus sulking. And it's frustrating because this weekend, the weekend is the only time I have to actually do and catch up to a lot of the work. Just overwhelmed again. It is so, I know it is so stupid to cling on to this guy that is actually my age, looks younger. I don't know how to deal with this, because I know that what I feel and what I am going through imaginary wise is all me, issues that I have, but I do need this other person to figure out those issues. I'm just like in between being self-sufficient and needing a partner. I don't want to need someone. I'm very, you know, aware spiritually or intelligently or whatever dimension, you know, that is. I think it's both dimensions. I'm very aware that I don't want to need someone. I want to be with someone because I'm completely fulfilled and they're completely fulfilled. We just really like being with each other. But part of me is also very aware that being human is a lot of problem solving and bandaging and healing different things. Even when you don't need someone, you need someone. Like, you're with someone, you still need them. You might be less attached in the sense of like, it's not going to like break you if they leave, ideally, because you accept that everything is transitory. Yeah. I don't know, this is already 20 minutes. What? Anyways, it's not going away. Gosh, usually once I get over someone, I get over them, and I got over him and then I'm back at it. It's just he's absolutely insatiable for some reason to me. I can't even have the opportunity to meet him, and at the same time, if I did, I feel like I would very much shy away from that, because I don't think I can handle meeting him and him not being or being what I imagine him to be. Either way would suck, because it's a huge risk. I'm just working out through my humanness right now. Every way it's a risk of getting hurt, and it sucks getting hurt. Obviously, we all say that, and I just want someone, that person that's not going to hurt me and I'm not going to hurt them and everything's going to be rosy. Oh gosh, I don't know how to deal, I don't know how to weed through all of this. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna go and try editing because I really like just thinking about how you'll see this months from now is annoying. I want to be free of this. So yeah, let's edit some stuff. And by the way, I went to bed, when I said I went to bed around like 11:30 or something. I had to take an Advil because it was so painful, my tooth. I had to take an Advil at like midnight-ish. Didn't let out until like 1 a.m., over 1 a.m. I finally went to bed at 1 a.m. I watched Oh My Ghostess during it and played some solitaire to kind of distract myself. And I went to bed with my fantasy. Then I couldn't really fall asleep. Every time I would fall asleep, I would wake up anxious that I'm not sleeping. I know that makes sense, right? But I guarantee some of you have gone through this. It's really weird when you're so tired, and I felt so guilty and hating myself that I wasn't going to bed early, and I wanted to go to bed early so I could wake up and do work because I was tired. But everything was pulling on me, like the fantasy world and just being comforted was pulling on me. Everything, think it is the full moon. Some people believe in that, some people don't. I honestly don't know what I believe in or not. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it is the full moon, so maybe that's why. And it did start like 3 days ago, completely out until 10:30. So I did get some hours of sleep. I do feel okay. The tooth feels okay. It feels like, even now, it feels a little I'm gonna try and hold off on the Advil until at night because I can't handle, my stomach literally cannot handle too much Advil. So I'm gonna hold off until tonight, hopefully. We'll see. Our friends wanted to go to the pool and I'm not ready. Like I told you, I waxed, I'm not ready. Instead of catching up on work because I know I'll hate myself come Monday morning and Tuesday and Thursday, Friday, next weekend if I don't get some stuff done. I feel a little better now. I feel more like in the productive work mode now. Productiveness, yeah. Hello. So I edited, look at that. Look at that quality. Well, you can't really see it through the camera in the oh my dog. Anyways, yeah, so I edited 3, the short ones, and I decided to edit the big monster of April 10th, which is 2 hours and some. Then I deleted some of it already because it was Facebook Live. It was a lot of that. Was it an acting class? I guess it was an acting class day. Oh, I feel like eating some yogurt. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat some yogurt. All 2 hours. There's a lot of like filler stuff. But I can't edit right now because all my processor is doing is saving April 23rd or 22nd. Well, both technically, but right now the 23rd. So I'm gonna give my thing a break. I'm gonna dance a little bit and practice my song. Also, my tooth is hurting, starting to hurt. I'm like, no, tooth, do not hurt. It's not the tooth that's hurting, it's the gums that are hurting and stuff. And I know that because I used to get food stuck in there, and that's exactly the pain that I would have. So right now, it's not any worse than that pain. So this, how I'm sitting right here, this is really bad for my everything, like my neck. Just like everything gets unaligned and I get like stomach issues actually from it. To be fair, I have also him and her over here. Coco official trailer, Disney Pixar. I'm so achy and tired and stuff, thinking that there's this person out there. Yeah, I've thought this is such a idea that I've thought over and over and over again since I started writing again, and I need to write it in a screenplay, and I need to maybe just focus on that and pour all my energy into that instead of sulking, and I need to work through it in a creative way. Oh, my jaw also hurts because it hurts so after the dentist. All right, talk to you soon. Nici nu pot să mă așez portos de tine, că stai chiar aici. O, la soare, la colțișorul ăsta de soare. Portățelul, te urmăresc, portățelul. Oh. Oh. Ce faci? Îmi dai ce faci asta? Portățelul. Portățelul. Mai dormim puțin. Okay, I'm in my little brother's room because I like this so much better. It's not yellow. Like, I love my yellow room in real life, but not apparently. Why do we have like a big spider here? Alright. It's so weird because my room is the messiest. Yet, my mom has been bitten more than a few times by spiders in this room. Irony. Like, full on irony. Okay, anyway, so yeah, the bed's not made. Look at this. Isn't it so much better? I'm just going to be vlogging here. Ah, gosh, today sucked. There's so many pictures of my little brother in here. My grandparents, a watch. Gosh, my room's kind of depressing now. I don't know. But anyway, so I edited up to, I kind of skipped around, but I edited, I think I don't know how many, maybe like 5 or more vlogs today. I edited the huge monster that was April 10th. April 11th, I just finished, and I am giving I put my laptop next to the vent to cool it off because I think it's overheating and that's why it's slowed down so much. So I'm letting it save all those 2 files, all those whole 2 files, and then go back to editing after that. I like this. Can I do this? Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. Oh, and stickers. Why did I not become a teacher? I would have had summers off. What the heck, Arena? I'm feeling better than this morning, but a lot of today has been just, why am I trying so hard? Like, I was looking at my vlogs and I'm like, these suck. No one wants to watch these, and I don't want to put these out there. Like, they're so personal and not really important. Like, they're important to me, and it's hard for me to not make them, but it's not what I want to put out there. And I say that so much. I've already watched myself say it so many times. Like, I'm gonna stop doing this and start doing this and blah, blah, blah. And I don't. Just like the diet. I'm gonna start just eating no sugar. And then I don't. I do feel better with my stomach. It's up and down, and I'm convinced it's not as easy as just giving up sugar. But you know, that mystery of who you are and what you go through, I think helps at the end of the day, but it's just not me at the same time to be mysterious. I just sit more like this, more light, and yeah. Oh my, look at this. This is just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Should we switch rooms? I think we should switch rooms. I feel like maybe we should paint one of my walls white. This is so much brighter. And my room is super bright, but it's a different bright. This is cooler bright, which in the summer is better. That spider on that can, cruel. I don't want to pick up that can because of how that spider looks. And I'm not a huge spider phobe. My tooth, sort of hurts. I mean, it was worked on and it's going to hurt. My wisdom teeth, they took it out and it still hurts. Oh gosh, tomorrow, oh no, I'm not thinking yet about tomorrow. I haven't practiced today. Ugh, I can't think about tomorrow. I really want to do a good job, so it stresses me out. Watching these vlogs, I felt like I do really want to focus more on the acting and becoming just simply an actress. And I'm struggling with, should I do 48-hour film project myself or should I join a team? And I'm struggling with that mostly because unlike before, I know people and I feel like they won't want to work with me, or they'll have other places, or just not want to do it, or this or that. It's so stressful when you can't rely on people. Like, anyone can drop out at any time in these things. So I don't know if I can put myself through that, if it's worth putting myself through that. I'm also down because I didn't manage to edit any of my Why I Love Myself or the water video, and I promised it and I didn't come through with it. So that kind of makes you feel like crap, you know. Not serious people will notice that you can't keep your word or stuff like that. I don't know. So I feel not the best person today. I had a lot of that thought of I'm not going to make it anywhere. This is so stupid. Who am I? I'm no one. I'm nothing special. Not in this. I don't know where I'm special, what I'm special in, but I'm not special in this. And no Lily Singh. I'm no Ryan Higa. I'm no anyone who actually made it on YouTube. And thinking of Lily, like, gosh, I wish I could live her life, because not because she has a Tesla, but because to go from being lonely and depressed and to be on top of the world, even though every day is personal to you and it doesn't get perfect. I mean, you always have your own struggles. You have new struggles where you have some of the old ones creeping in all the time. That's real life. But I don't know. I just feel like since I can't even get these vlogs done, and since I think this is where this came from, since I can't even commit to doing a stupid video about bottled water, again, I don't deserve it, because only people who can finish and start and finish and do deserve it. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve anything, which, you know, spirals out of control of, oh, Erin Yan, you're so much further from me. I have a way to go until I get to be in the headspace of ready to meet him or anyone else. I don't want to meet them until I'm ready to not be obsessed with them. And yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back and see if it saved it all. This was 9 minutes. No. No. Oh, look at that smile.